if you look at what happened in Kansas versus Indiana, Kansas voted overwhelmingly GOP in the primary election.
Yeah.
But you know what else they did? They voted to codify Roe because it was on the ballot, because the voters were allowed to vote on a specific issue. And they didn't just vote barely. They voted comfortably.
Right, but it was a no vote. Like the measure was they wanted to do a ban. And Kansas overwhelmingly voted it down. And I'm not surprised, because the numbers are very clear. The majority of this country, by far, red, blue, whatever, supports a woman's right to choose. They do.
Correct.
This isn't even something that's remotely in question. The numbers are clear. What we have is a dysfunctioning republic where a minority rogue group of religious crazies are in charge of the majority of people, and our laws do not represent what the majority of people want. That's a dysfunctioning republic. And so, no, it doesn't surprise me what happened in Kansas, because we know the numbers. People do not like this. I told you, I know someone who is one of the most conservative, religious, Southern Baptist Christian people I have ever met in my life. And this person was not happy about the Supreme Court decision, which I was even surprised. Like, I thought, oh, this person, they're probably doing a two-step. No. They do not like it at all. And even though they're pro-life, the idea of criminalizing is just, they are not having it. So I think that's what we should expect. And we need to handle this through ballot initiatives, obviously.
And that's exactly what the difference was when it came to Indiana. The people in Indiana didn't get to vote. The legislature, the backwards GOP legislature in Indiana, voted against abortion. Now, of course, there were a couple of provisions, but I got to tell you, you had to see this heavy-set older woman who's in the GOP, who I think might be the House Speaker. Could be wrong. Okay. But you had to see her agonizing over the question of whether or not to include rape and incest as an exemption in the ability to get an abortion. It's like, oh God, what do we do? What do we do? It's like the fact that that's even a question is just crazy. Yeah. But the reason everyone thinks, and the people who have this very pointed opinion about the GOP and how they look at certain issues, ladies and gentlemen, this just goes to show you how divided a nation we really are. Most people do not really understand just how much religion defines certain places. And you lived in Indiana. And I lived in
Indianapolis, and I actually was the media relations manager for the Indiana State Chamber of Commerce. And our building was connected to the State House. And I spent a lot of time in the State House in Indianapolis. But that was, of course, when Governor Evan Bayh was sitting there. And so we actually had, when I was there, we had a blue governor, and the state legislature was much more like, I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely more red, but it wasn't wackadoo.
And that's, of course, where, we are today. And again, another inconvenient truth that no one wants to talk about, at least not anybody who's in the liberal class, doesn't want to talk about the fact that a lot of these Trump-supported candidates are making their way into the general election because they're getting heavily funded by the Democratic establishment. Like, your paranoia is real.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.